Hi, and welcome to your functional fitness workout. Before we get started, let's take a look at what equipment you'll need for this workout. You can always pause the video to set it up or do the workout when it's most convenient for you. This circuit is made up of primal movements, and as always, I will be teaching you one lower body exercise involving either squatting, lunging, or bending, and then one exercise each of a push and pull exercise, and finally a core exercise. So just 4 exercises in all, but these are guaranteed to be some of the most effective exercises that you'll find. In this video, I'm going to be leading you through an introduction to each exercise and then one full circuit of this workout. But depending on your fitness level, you can go through it as many as 4 times. Also, pay attention to the modifications that I provide you with so that the exercises are helping your body and not hurting it. Okay, so let's get started with the exercise demonstrations. Okay, for your first exercise, this is a primal movement pattern, and it's a variation on the forward lunge. It's actually a back lunge. So it's different, obviously, in that you're starting in one point and you're going to step back from there and drop into a lunge. I'll give you a couple different ways that you can do it. Pick the right one for you, and if you need a spotter when you're starting, that's fine, but take a look. So let's take a look at the descended level for this back lunge. What you'll need is a bar to support yourself, or a handrail or something like that, or a sturdy chair. And I'm going to have that out just like this. In my right hand, I'm going to take my left, I'll start with my feet together, and I'm going to take a step back with my right foot. Now, depending on the strength in your legs and hips, how healthy your knees are, you can just go down a little bit, or you can go all the way down like this, and then back up, feet together. So it's like this: back, down, and back together. One more time. Back, down, up together. And I'm using this for support for this descended version. For the functional level of this back lunge, I'm just going to grab a couple of dumbbells and do it pretty much the same way we did with the last one. So I'll start with my feet together, arms at the side, step back, drop down, and then come back up. Step back, drop down, and back up. Again, back, down, and back up. And I would repeat that on the other side. For the ascended version of this back lunge, there's a couple different things you can do. I'm going to put a bar on my back, on my shoulders, or you can also hold a medicine ball at your chest and do it that way. We're going to add a twisting motion. So start with your feet together, and I'm going to step back, drop down, and rotate to the side of that front leg, and then come back up. So drop back, down, rotate, and back up. Again, back, down, rotate, and back up. All right, so this next exercise is a push exercise, and it's called the shoulder press. This is kind of one of the meat and potatoes exercises for strength training. I'll give you a couple different ways that you can do it, and then an advanced one to finish up. So take a look. For the shoulder press and the descended level, we're just going to use our own hands. So this makes it nice and easy. You don't even add any weight. It's just reaching up and coming back down. So sit up nice and tall on the ball. Make sure your spine's lined up in the center of the ball, head above your hips, and then just have your arms up like this. And you're just going to reach up to the ceiling and come back down. Stay nice and tall in your spine, reaching up and coming back down. One more time, reaching up and coming back down. And that's the descended level for this shoulder press on a stability ball. For the functional level of this shoulder press on a stability ball, I've got 2 dumbbells, one in each hand. Just pick the right weight for you so that you can complete the number of reps. And then you're just going to go to that same position, sitting up nice and tall. Arms are here. Now you can vary depending on if you have any shoulder issues. You can have your elbows back like this, or slightly to the front if that's more comfortable. I'm going to come back a little bit here and press up and come back down. Press up and come back down. My belly button's pulled in, especially when I'm pushing up, and back down. And that's the functional level. For the ascended version of the shoulder press on a stability ball, I'm going to use 1 dumbbell, and actually I'm going to balance on 1 leg. So only do this one if you have good balance. You can maybe start without any weight before you start adding weight to it. So sitting on the center of the ball, foot's planted firmly. My right foot's on the floor if I've got the dumbbell in my left hand. I'm going to come up here, lift that left foot, and press up overhead and back down. Press it up overhead back down slowly, up, just on one foot, and back down. All right, so this next exercise is a pull exercise. It's actually a combination exercise of a pull and a bend exercise. So it's called a deadlift to a row. So you're going to go into a deadlift position leaning forward, and then you're going to pull towards you dumbbells or medicine ball, whatever you have, and then go back down with the arms and then come back up. So I'll give you a couple different ways that you can do this one and pick the right one for you. For this deadlift to row descended level, we're going to be in a kneeling position to start out with. Have the bar laid out. It's just a light bar. If you want to start with just a broomstick or something like that, that's fine. And then kneeling behind it, I'm going to grab a hold of it, starting up kneeling tall. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean forward, kicking the hips back and keeping the back nice and flat. When I get to the bottom here, I'm going to draw my elbows back, come back down, and come back up. The whole time my core's in tight. So it's down, row, back down, and kneeling tall. One more time. Down slowly, row, come down, and come back up. For the functional level of this deadlift to row, I'm going to grab a couple of dumbbells and start in a standing position. So feet are about shoulder width apart, knees are soft, and I'm going to bend forward. I got the arms just kind of hanging here at the side. I'm going to lean forward from the hips, keeping the back flat, row, down, and come back up. Core is in tight, so belly button's pulled in, protecting my spine. Going down, row, back, and back up. One more time. Down slowly, row, and back up. For the ascended or advanced version of this deadlift to row, I'm going to do it on one leg. So still got the two dumbbells in one in each hand. I'm going to stand on one foot, knee is soft, bending from the hips. Come down, row, down, back up. Coming down, row, and back up. One more time. Belly button's in, row, back is flat, and come back up. Okay, the final exercise is a core exercise, and this one is called the lower body trunk twist. To begin with, for the beginner level, you'll notice that I use a stability ball. And when you do it in a more advanced way, you don't use anything but your legs. So take a look and pick the right level for you. For this descended version of the lower body trunk twist, we're going to be laying flat on the ground and the legs up on the ball. Now, if you have any back issues, just be very careful with this exercise. Don't go very far in the range of motion. So I'm going to lay on my back. Okay. And feet are up on the ball. Knees are at about 90 degrees. Head's resting back and arms are out to the side. Now I'm just going to take my legs slowly, knees to one side, keeping the shoulders back, and then come back to the middle. The belly button is pulled in. Go to the other side, and then come back. Again, one more time. To the left side, belly button's in, and then come back. And then to the right side, belly button's in, shoulders are back, and back to the middle. For the functional version of this lower body trunk twist, I got rid of the ball, and I'm just going to use the weight of my legs to do the exercise. So I'm going to lay back down, and I'm going to have the legs up again. Now you can make this harder with the legs straighter. Knees are bent to begin with at about 90 degrees though. Then I'm going to go to the side, same thing, and then back to the middle. Other side, back to the middle. One more time. Taking it over, shoulders are back, especially this right one. Back to the middle, last one. Now I'm focused keeping that left shoulder down, and that's it. Okay, for the ascended version of this lower body trunk twist, we're going to use a medicine ball, and I'm going to hold it between my feet to make it a little more challenging. If that's too much for you, you can hold it between your knees, but it's going to be the exact same exercise with an extra weight. So laying back, I'm going to take the ball, put it between my feet, arms out to the side, and take it down. Back up, take it down to the other side, and back up. One more time, down. All right, so we're ready to get started on going through this circuit. You're going to go through it with me. If you don't have your stuff ready or you want to do it at another time, just stop the video and come back to it later. Make sure you've got all your equipment ready. Remember, what we're going to do for this circuit is we're going to start with the back lunge, then we're going to do a shoulder press on a stability ball, then we're going to go to a deadlift to row, and then finally we'll finish with a lower body trunk twist. So, all right, grab your stuff, get ready, and we'll start with that back lunge. So I've got my 2 dumbbells, and grab your stuff, here we go. I'm going to step back, down, 1, 2, we'll get all 10 on the same side first, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, doing good, 8, 9, 10, and we're switching legs. Now the left one, back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's the lunge. Now the next exercise, shoulder press on the ball. Set my ball up, grab my weights, and here we go. We'll do 10. Dumbbells are up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, the next exercise is the deadlift to row. Now remember, in between these sets, if you want, you could take an extra rest, just hitting pause. So for me, dumbbells are at the side, leaning forward, row, and stand back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, 6, 7, abs are in, 8, 9, last one, row, and good. All right, one more exercise for the core. I'm going to use the ball this time. And laying down. Okay, head's back. And I'm just going to rest. Legs on the ball, arms out to the side. 5 each side. Here we go. Down and back. Belly button's in. 1. 2. 3. 4. One more. Keeping the shoulders back. And that's 5, and that's the circuit. Okay, so great job on that circuit. We're all done with the first set. Now, depending on your fitness level, you can continue. Just rewind it and play it again. Do 3 more sets, as many as it's right for you. Great job, and I'll see you next time.